So I flew to California from the MTC, and I got picked up by the mission president and the APs, and it was overwhelming. We spent the first night in the mission home, and then I met my trainer. And my trainer he had been in the mission for a long time. He was almost going home, actually. And I remember hearing him take a call of an investigator and speaking to her in Spanish. I could barely understand what he was saying. I was so confused. I was like, how can you speak that fast? It was cool. It was very overwhelming at first, especially when I got to my area and started working. I remember after the first week thinking, oh my goodness, like if this 1 week felt so long, I don't think there's any way I could do 2 whole years of this. Just because it was so go, like working all the time, and it's exhausting. So the first week is a bit of an adjustment. I worked really hard on it in the MTC. In the MTC, if you're learning a language, what they usually do is they tell you to try to speak it all the time, as much as you possibly can, even if you don't know very much. Because just the more you speak it, the more you'll just get used to it, and the more you'll learn, because you're practicing translating your thoughts into that language. And so I took that to heart, and I worked really hard at it. And so by the time I got out of the MTC, I could have a pretty decent conversation with somebody. Of course, there were lots of words I didn't understand, but I felt like I hit the ground running in that regard. And just the more that I practiced it, I kept trying to do that as much as I could throughout the mission. And so the more that I did that, the smoother it became. And so I would say, it's hard to say that there's a specific time when you're fluent. It's more of a process. So I would say probably within 3, 4, 5 months, after the mission, I was pretty solid. After I left the MTC, I was pretty solid. So, and you just keep getting better as you practice and work at it.